no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean.
I looked at this about a year ago and just never really pursued it. A year ago, I did check the oil on this. He said it's been parked for about 15 years. Judging by the tree growth, I would say that's probably pretty close to accurate. This is an International Transtar 2. Does have a sleeper. Looks like 2:01 on the clock. Like somebody was living in here. Well, it was right at full and black. See, the engine rolls over good. See the front of it. I think they're cool looking. All right, back out here a few weeks later. My buddies were out here last night and we basically jerked it out of here this far with my dump truck. We did end up caging the one brake last night. The spring was broken on that one, so we just popped the canister off. But let's pull this thing a little bit and see. Last on the road in 04, 20 years possibly. So here we got the cab up, 845 Cummins. Try to get it running, I guess. We got it braced so it's safe. There's 4x4s here and over there. Motor mount on the other side actually broke lifting it up. We had tried to start this, but I didn't have enough battery power. I took all the cables off. I cleaned them all up with a grinder so they're nice shiny. Got two brand new truck batteries.
You said you already Googled it and I found it.
And all of the batteries are wired, so this is still a 12-volt system with 4,000 cold cranking amps. Pretty much how it came from the factory. I also have the jump pack on it and the battery charger. Oh, she wants to chooch. You know what? Let's get something to put over the turbo in case that runs away. Woo! Heck yeah! Nice!
There was a little bit of white smoke.
So I don't have a ton of confidence that this fuel filter is letting fuel pass by, so I'm gonna crack the return. If this is bleeding fuel, we'll know we're getting fuel through the system. So I'm not seeing any fuel coming out of here, and I believe that's the return. I guess you can correct me if I'm wrong. But there was fuel in it.
Water and all kinds of stuff.
Pretty scuzzy diesel. I got this fuel filter off of another project. Let's see if it'll work. No, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know how to turn it off.
Go over to start it, not stop it.
My uncle just gave me see if we can rig this up for a auxiliary fuel tank. We have temporary fuel rigged up here. I have this pump put in line. I don't know if I need it. I think that there's a mechanical pump on that injector, but I just use this to prime the whole system, and it'll pull fuel through there if there is a pump on that. So I reinstalled that filter for a second. I want to crank the engine and see if that filter fills up. Yeah, so I don't think it's pulling prime. Salvaging a bunch of stuff from the pipe parts drawer, we're able to make the connections. And when something doesn't feel like it's the right size, you just add some more Teflon.
Get nervous when people watch.
That scared the crap out of me. I thought it did not shut down. She runs! Heck yeah, brother! So it starts and runs. I'm not going to run it real long because I don't have any coolant in the radiator. That's the proof of concept. So I guess the plan, if I haven't already mentioned it, is this engine is going in that dump truck, and we just wanted to make sure it runs. Well, I'm going to kind of close the chapter on a really old project here. So this truck, I had purchased this as a dump truck. It had a 534 Ford gas engine in it that blew up. I pulled a 855 Cummins out of a international cab over that I rescued out of the weeds. I tried to stuff it in here. It was a cool project. I had every intention of finishing it, as most people and their projects go. It just was kind of more than was reasonable. Really, the engine that should have gone back in here was like a 3208 Cat. There's a guy coming today, allegedly, to pick this thing up and take it home. Kind of sad to see it go, because it was a cool project. I spent a lot of time on this. I'm kind of on to other things. The reality is that this thing is just going to sit here for years and rot. Just check to make sure there's no bees. So you see, like, this is where the engine has to come to, and I had to cut a huge chunk of the floor out, just really tight. There was something you had to tip I don't know. The frame on this thing is in like really nice shape. It's a single frame. It's got surface rust, but there's no rot anywhere. Tires were all pretty worn out, but the rims were in good shape. Like, it was a good truck. Its biggest problem was that it had a gas engine in it. The max speed on this thing, it had a 5 and a 4 transmission. The max speed was probably like 35 miles an hour if you were driving it really, like 40 miles an hour is where it topped out at. It was a good truck in the 70s. So there's a guy on his way to move this thing out of here. Oh, I don't have my skid steer. Oh, crap. I forgot the skid steers took apart. I don't hate the way that truck looks. All chained down, and away she goes.